people are so sensitive these days. They can't take somebody saying something to them that they don't like. They can't take any type of harsh words. People can't take criticism. People gotta stop being bitches. And I'm talking to the males and the females. Stop being a little bitch.
DreAllDay.com.
What's good, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. It's a beautiful location. We're doing this week's motivation for you. This week's motivation is about your ego, sensitivity, and the reason I came up with this topic is because being online, responding to so many messages, comments, DMs, emails, snaps, whatever other ways people can communicate with me. Sometimes people have taken offense to my style of communication. They might think I'm being a little bit harsh. I use profanity when I talk. Often, I'm really not one to really deal with other people's feelings. I don't really give a fuck about people's feelings and emotions and people's egos getting in the way of whatever it is that they want. What I want to talk to you about in this week's motivation is because y'all gotta understand, I come from the background of being an athlete. You know, when you're an athlete, you have trainers, you have coaches, and trainers and coaches straight up will say shit to you that you don't like. Trainers and coaches will say things to you in front of other people that may kind of make you look bad in front of those people if your ego is not tough enough to take it. Your ego is not strong enough to handle it. Trainers will say things to you in the middle of a session or before a session or after a session or things to get you going towards a session that you may not agree with. You might not agree with it. You might not like it. You might take it personal that they said that thing to you. But if you're an athlete, you got to take that shit. You got to keep going. If the coach yells at you in the middle of a game or at halftime or says something about you during practice about the way you performed in the last game, you can't say, "Oh, well, coach, I don't like the way you said that to me. I don't like what you're saying. You shouldn't talk to people like that." You can't say that. What you got to do? You got to keep fucking practicing, keep playing in the games, keep showing up the next day even though you ain't getting no playing time. You can't bitch about it. You can quit if you want to quit, but most of the time you can't do that. If you're going to be a pro, if you're going to play in college, you want scholarship, you can't just walk out of the gym. You got to keep showing up and keep doing your thing. And I'm talking about all of that to say this to all of you. Even if you're not an athlete, even if you are, you got to check your fucking ego at the door. When you come somewhere to another person and you ask them for help, somebody who knows what they're talking about, somebody who's been where you want to go to, somebody who's been where you are, somebody who has done more, achieved more, and is doing better or has done better than you have to this point, like, you gotta check your fucking ego. You gotta put your ego aside, put your pride aside, meaning if they say something to you that hurts your pride, listen, you gotta take that shit on the chin, take what they're saying, take the substance out of what they're saying, and use that, whatever it is that they're telling you, no matter how they communicate with. People are so sensitive these days. They can't take somebody saying something to them that they don't like. They can't take any type of harsh words. People can't take criticism. People gotta stop being bitches. And I'm talking to the males and the females. Stop being a little bitch that every time somebody tells you something that can help you get better, the only thing that you take out of it is, "Oh, I don't like that they use a curse word, or I don't like that they said something about me that means I may not be doing things right, or I'm not at the right level." So fuck what? That's the whole point of it. That's the point of you having a coach. That's the point of you having a trainer. That's the point of you going to somebody for help. There's something that you don't know, something you have not done, something that you are not being as a person. That's the reason why you need the help in the first place. So take the help that you're getting from those people and use it. How you gonna get to the next level in life and whatever it is that you're doing? If every time somebody who's doing better than you tells you something, you gotta filter it through, "Well, I don't like how they said it," or "It doesn't make me feel good." So what if it don't make you feel good? If everything you did, if all you did was things that made you feel good, you would never get better in life. You would never progress. 10 years from now, you still be in the exact same space. And let me let you into a secret. Everybody's listening to this, let me let you in on a secret. I'm 35 years old. I can think back to people I knew 20 years ago when I was 15. 95%, and that's being generous. I can say up to 97% of them didn't get any better. Didn't get no better from age 15. Most of the people I went to high school with ain't get no better since high school. This is the thing that y'all gotta understand, that it's not about your pride or your ego when it comes to getting better. When it comes to getting better, you gotta put all that shit aside. You ask anybody out there, ask anyone out there who is a super successful individual, whatever way you want to define success, if you were able to talk to them and ask them a question, "Hey, did you put your ego aside when it was time for you to get better? Did you ever have a coach or a trainer or a supervisor or a boss or a mentor tell you some shit that you didn't really like, or say something to you in a way that you really didn't like it? If so, what'd you do in that situation?" You gotta ask yourself, are you that person, or are you gonna be one of the 98% who don't get any better because you're too worried about your fucking pride? Again, Dre all day.
Thanks for watching this vid. If you like this one, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you catch every new video I'm dropping. Follow me on all these social media platforms here. I'm active on all of them. You can reach me on all of them. And if you ever have a question for me about anything, send me an email, dre@dreallday.com. Everybody, I'll see you in the next vid. Work on your game. Dre all day.